Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. Alex is with me. We're in Lower Plaquemines on the right side of the highway, right side of 23. While I was getting the camera out, you had one on, right?
For a second.
For a second. So, redfish, kind of fall. I mean, it's in the 80s right now, but it's definitely, yeah, that's why we're here. That's what we do this time of year. Right now, it looks like we've got a lot of water up in here, but low tide is really soon. So, we're going this way. We're basically on the head of the trail. There's not too many walkable trails going off into the marsh down here because, yeah, we're down here in southeast Louisiana. But this is walkable because it was a road at one time, I think. Over here where Alex is, this is like a bar ditch, you know, a borrow ditch. It's dug out. It's not natural. That looks man-made. It's straight. And over here, there may have been a bar ditch, but it's definitely looking natural, blown out. So we're going to go as far as we can.
And this spot's probably burned for a little bit.
It might be. So we almost hung out here for a little longer because, yeah, Alex had one on. I don't know what the size of it was. Did you see it?
Yeah, it bit right at the bank there. It's probably like 22, 24. It's pretty big.
Yeah. So we could hang out here and get them, but I tell you what, we're at the end of this, right? If we just walk a little more, we could find moving water and we'll find more. This is a work day, or for some people, maybe I should say a school day, though it's not. He's no longer in school and neither am I, but we do live a life as if we're still in school. We're always learning, and that's how you should be. Always learning something. You learn something every day. But this is a work day for Alex. Alex got up early this morning and was out doing his work. Maybe he'll tell us about that a little bit, but he was in my area, and when he was done, met up with me, and here we are. But tomorrow is a work day as well, so this is about 2 hours, and that's why we need to get down to moving water where there's going to be more fish, so we can slam, cram, pack what time we have. So Alex has an interesting career. He grows grass for a living, right? You grow grass?
Well, we build wetlands.
Yeah, he rebuilds wetlands.
Plant trees.
Plants trees. You basically deal with wetland credits, right?
Sorry?
Wetland credits.
Yeah, mitigation banking.
Mitigation banking. That's when some big corporation wants to build something somewhere. In the state they're doing it, they're probably gonna have to purchase wetland credits, right?
That's right. Any impact to
the natural world.
yeah, to a wetland is covered by the Clean Water Act.
Yes, the Clean Water Act. So you rebuild wetlands on private property, and do you do state property too?
All private.
All private. If people that own property, they can make a little bit of money by letting it go back to the natural, right?
That's right.
And that's what Alex does. He grows grass for a living and other things. Here we are at the end of our trail, and even though low tide is right around the corner, it is pretty high up here. We're going to be standing in water and mud. This high water is going to be to our advantage. We forgot to throw a landing net in the car. You don't always need it, but in some places it helps. But here with this high water, while it's here, if we catch a fish, we can play the fish right up to our toes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start out with a gold spoon. Now, I've got this on 40-pound test as the main line, but I tied this up previously, long time ago. That is 20-pound fluorocarbon, and there we go. It's on a swivel. If you don't use a swivel, you run the possibility of line twist. You get the most action if you use a swivel, because that is going to spin around in the water. A little bit of a breeze here, but it's not too bad. We do have some moving water coming through here. Did you see that? A fish just jumped right there. I've got 3 rods. Of course, this is the one for the gold spoon, and it's pretty much going to stick that way. But on the other rods, we have other options. We did bring some bait. I have some shrimp. It is early afternoon, so we're going to do the shrimp thing, because I think it'll be towards the end of this session when it is totally productive for artificials. There are fish coming through here and they are feeding. Let's see if we can get something on this little piece of shrimp. Somebody's walking down the trail with something kind of interesting.
I think we're a little short here, but he's pretty.
We do look a little short.
That's some nice spots.
He's got 3 on each side?
Yep. 3 on each side plus the tail spot.
I was catching this side. Oh, 4. 4.
Yep.
It's got 4 on this side. This is the size I was catching yesterday in the river. 3 on this side.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, without the audio, was the nicest. Oh, a little speck. Finally, something on the shrimp. Okay, hello. Right in front of us. Probably small stuff. It's really hard to predict this stuff. It's kind of like the early prophets, like being prophetic, right? Making predictions. A lot of times they were wrong. Like 90% of the time they would be wrong, right? And they would have to go back and basically say that they were wrong and explain why. Like with Babylonian times, like when, wow, I'm starting to get really deep, but it's not really deep here. You can muse upon this and have all the predictions you want, and still it's not right. But we gotta look at the time of day and where the tide is. It is nowhere near sunset yet. It's about what, 2:30, 3 o'clock?
Something like that, probably like 3.
3. So we're not on top of a major feeding period right now, but we do have water moving and we do have some feeding going on. So that's why, you know, it is what it is. Slow. A couple of fish so far up on the bank for us, one per person. I'm not predicting that this is going to be great, because I know that Alex cannot stay out to sunset. So this is a very short session, trying to make the most of it without being totally prophetic. I don't want to say that I don't see much coming of this, and I don't want to say that I see, you know, the yellow brick road and all that. But what we're doing here is applying our skill. Are you sure about that low tide data you saw?
That's out in the bay.
Out in the bay, yes.
And it's, you know, it's near low tide out in the bay, so that's got to get down first, and then this will start falling.
I think this is so high because of the wind. Last night was a bit of a cold front blowing through here. Because if we're real close to low tide, legitimately we wouldn't be standing in water like this. But with the right wind, we very well could be standing in water like this. And low tide out in the bay, that's a good ways from us. It's about what, 10 miles or more?
Yeah, something like that. It's got to go through all the you know, the channels and stuff.
Through the channels and everything.
The wind is blowing it in, but the current is going out.
The wind is blowing it in, the current is going out. So
it's falling here. It's just
slower than because we say we're close to low tide out in the bay doesn't mean we're close to low tide here.
That's right.
It is particularly high here for these reasons that we stated: wind and everything else. Aliens. Ah! Bait.
They got a chance.
There we go, finally. Another croaker. More bait. What did you say? Oh, you did say that. Keep respect, everybody. Yeah, it's slow, but we're catching some fish and we have some fun. We're having an interesting conversation as we usually do. We're both doing shrimp under the cork, getting a hit every now and then. If we had a lot of time, I bet here right around sunset it would be on fire, but I don't think we're going to be able to hang out that long. Alex has to get up early in the morning and he has other things.
Yeah, mainly because I left so early this morning that I gotta go get back to the dog.
Back to the dog. Oh, there we go. Had a hit.
Oh, I got one.
Is that a speck?
Yeah, he's gonna be pushing it. He might be 12.
I doubt it. It looks like 10.
10, 11.
More bait. Yeah, you know, it's about 4:30 and it's always weird to walk away from a spot like this at 4:30 in the afternoon when sunset is 6 something. But like I said, it's a work day for Alex. It's a work day for me too, but my work is a little different. If it was just me, we'd stay here, but I'm with my good friend and he's got to get up early in the morning, do a bunch of writing and you know, just the work he needs to do. So we're going to go ahead and call it here, but that means that my work day can continue in another video. We did what we did here. We took advantage of the time we had here. Did not get a keeper red like we wanted to get here, but Alex is walking away with at least one keeper trout. I've got some fresh bait for the next video. Had a great time hanging out here in the afternoon, and now it's time to say this. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, becoming a member of the channel, subscribing, and I will see you next time.